welcome to Fine Cider Friday. It's the first Friday of November, so I'm going to do something a bit different, and it is a battle between two single varieties. And this week I have got a Vilberie from Apple County, who are in Monmouthshire, and then just down the road at Ross on Wye, I've got a Vilberie from Ross on Wye Cider and Perry. And I thought, let's do something a bit different. Let's put a couple of ciders together and compare them. It's not about which is better really, it's about how different they are. Even though they're the same kind of apple, and what's especially interesting with these two is that they're very close to each other in terms of geographical location. So I'm not kind of focusing on terroir or climate or seasons or anything like that. I want to look at the difference between makers. So let's start with Apple County. So Ben Colpin, first I should say actually Vilberie, it's a French variety. It's late harvesting, they're still on the trees right now, end of November. They'll keep into January. It's a bittersweet, and it's known for being quite bitter. So a lot of people use it in blends. They don't normally do single varieties. So let's see what this is like. So let's start with Apple County, Ben Colpin. See the colour there? Kind of a dark orange colour. I know it's going to be difficult because it's getting darker earlier at the minute. But this had quite a lot of froth on it, quite a lot of head when I poured it. It seems to have eased off now though, but more so than the Ross. Let's have a sniff. It's hard with pint glass actually, I think. But there's definitely a lot of apple aroma. Some kind of like butterscotch, a little bit of toffee. It smells quite fruity actually. There's almost a little hint of kind of citrusy notes. But yeah, it's kind of dominated by that apple and toffee aroma. Let's have a taste. Quite balanced actually in terms of the bitterness. It's quite mellow. It's medium dry, I believe. Yeah. So there's been a bit of sugar added to that. That's the difference between these two, I think, really, is process. And Apple County, I know, send their stuff off to be bottled, so I presume that it's kind of pasteurized and then force carbonated and a little bit of sugar added back to give it that medium. It's 6% this. I think it was pressed a couple of years ago, given the best before date is 2021. So that might be bringing in that toffee flavour, that pasteurisation, and the sweetness is definitely coming from that added sugar. It's very smooth, very easy drinking. There is that that kind of bitterness on the back of your palate, but it's not overly drying because they've added that sweetness to it. There is that toffee apple there. There is quite a lot of fruit forward to it. It is quite a lot fruit forward. And then a kind of nice level of acidity across the tongue, which is interesting. Right, let's have a look at the Ross. Much paler. You can see, like bright gold. Carbonation was a lot less than with the Apple County. It's been carbonated by bottle conditioning, so a bit of sugar added to the dry cider to condition it in the bottle, so that you can determine how fizzy it is by how much sugar you add. And I think Ross do it very well. They've got that spot on in their calculations. Let's have a sniff. Different on the nose. So there's kind of that. I nearly put my nose in it. there's that apple aroma, but the acidity is. I said this one had kind of like a citrusness to it. This is a different smell. It's almost kind of like tropical, like kiwi. Maybe grapefruit acidity rather than like oranges. So it's like yellow acidity rather than an orange acidity, if that makes sense. We have to give that a swirl because I'm not. Maybe I left it in the glass open too long. There we go. Yeah, there's some interesting stuff in the background there. Maybe like lemongrass as well. It's nice. Right, let's have a taste. So different. Much less fizz. Still really balanced as well, which is interesting considering that it's considered quite a bitter variety. There is a little bit of it there, but there's still actually this kind of gentle acidity in the mouth, and then that kind of balances it out, which is unusual. I don't know if it's the age. Excuse me, this is pressed in November 2017, so this is 3 years old. Maybe it's mellowed and evolved, and kind of those tannins have softened, I think. It would be interesting to compare ones that were made, pressed on the same year, but I couldn't do that. Yeah, just smooth, and then it's less fruit forward. There's more kind of there's more wood to it, more dryness, obviously because this has not been sweetened. Not making much sense there. I mean they're equally really easy drinking, really smooth. I'll let you decide which one you think is your preference if you've tried both, or please go out and try both. But they're both great in their own right, I think, and fascinating because they're both Vilberries. You'll notice that Ross spelled theirs slightly differently. I don't know why. It is actually one L, Albert, just so you know for your label next time. But how fantastic, hey? Two single varieties, same apple, just down the road from each other, totally different. That's what's great about cider. So, cheers to Ben, Apple County. Cheers to Albert, Mike, John, everyone at Ross, and cheers to the weekend.